songs, so many shows incorporate not just music, but musicals that really just capture not only the attention but the heart of its viewers. I myself love a good musical number. I like to tap my head to the sound of the beat and enjoy the rhythm, but the best songs to me are those that leave a lasting impact. Get your kid ass out of here. Hello, I'm Discord Jedi Knight, and while at some point I would love to rank every single MLP song from the show, I really feel like just talking about my top 10 from the series. And so that's what we're going to do today, ULL. Fine, then I'm not just someone who gets a kick out of music just because of its beat. I'm always looking deeper within storytelling, and I love it when a musical scene captures that for me. A lot of shows use music, but it's something about those shows that use it sparingly to emphasize a lesson within the show that really does it for me. Take SpongeBob. For example, not exactly what I'd call a musical show. Whenever I hear Ripped His Pants the first time, it stuck with me. It taught me why I shouldn't ever lie like he did, because if I do, I might end up like the fool who ripped his pants. I enjoy shows like Phineas and Ferb, which I would classify as musical series, but there are so many that 90% of the time they're just catchy for a few minutes to get you to the next scene, and then you forget it ever happened. Yes, Phineas and Ferb does have some songs that really just wow me, but most of the time they're MEH too good with some stinkers. I'm happy to say that My Little Pony is more like SpongeBob. Its musical numbers are reserved for moments that really emphasize the episode's lessons. I can't think of a single song from an LP that doesn't hit me just right, no matter what the genre, but at the end of the day, these are my absolute favorite. Now, this is all my opinion. These are my favorite songs, and music, like all art, is subjective. So feel free to leave your own top 5 songs in the comments below, at least from the show. At some point, I'd also like to do a separate video discussing fan-made songs, which there are not only thousands of, but really amazing ones too. But that's for another day. Today, we're just focusing on the official NLP songs, and at number 10 we got one of the catchiest songs to listen to. Season 2, Episode 18, titled A Friend Indeed, the Smile Song, or Pinky's number 1 hit. I know, how dare I rank this song so low. Alright, so this song, don't get me wrong, it tells the perfect message from Pinky and really makes you understand what her character is about. Almost think she's all bubbly. Laughter and annoying, in reality she cares. And just wants people to smile. She doesn't like seeing anyone sad. And why, yes, it's a great song. Every other song on this list honestly hits me harder than this one. And that is the only reason why it's not higher. Even so, I cannot deny whenever I hear this song, I just want to watch this scene without getting emotional. It seriously makes me want to cry, even though I've seen it 100 times. Number 9 is the last scene of the show, Season 9, Episode 26. The Last Problem, where we say farewell to Twilight and the gang. They go out with one last song about how the magic of friendship grows. It's a great ending to the series, if you ask me, but far from my absolute favorite song. Still, it hits me right in the feels every time I listen to it. I really wish I could go back to when I first started watching MLP and re-experience it all over again. What a journey.
How the magic of friendship grows.
Really is. Number 8 from Season 5, Episode 24. We have a guest singer, Ken Holstein, with the song I'm Just a Pony, better known as The Magic Inside of You. I love how her voice captures the raw energy of this song. It blew me away the first time I heard it, and I also love the message of the song and episode. Rara, often depicted as a pop diva due to her song career, tells her manager to take a hike. She wants to be herself and share the magic of being truly herself, and that is expressed beautifully in the song's lyrics. Definitely one to play, I'll repeat.
And let the magic in my heart stay true.
Okay, number 7. So this might be a controversial pick, but to explain this one, you have to see where I'm coming from. Yes, My Little Pony has hundreds of songs that are way better performed and much more catchy than good old number 7 here. I won't deny that. But the reason why I'm putting this one on, my list is simple. Crazy, maybe, but simple. And that's because of what it means to me personally. Not gonna lie, when I was watching My Little Pony for the first time, I was actually in a pretty dark time of my life and felt like I couldn't do anything right. And I'm not gonna lie, despite my family being Christian for a long time, I was actually an atheist. I just didn't want to admit it, but I swore nothing for me. And now I've not only become Catholic, but my belief in the Lord's ways is stronger now than ever before. I truly do believe he himself put this in my path so that I could learn how to better myself. MLP inspired me in many ways. I can't begin to tell you how thankful I am for the journey of Twilight and her friends. From watching Twilight strive to become a leader, to Fluttershy gaining confidence slowly over time, it really made me grow as a person. But then MLP literally put a character who, in all honesty, represented me the most. Was just like Fluttershy's brothers ever wanting to give up, smooch it off my parents, and just felt like I couldn't do anything on my own. So, to see him get up and try the things. Hell, oh, I'm literally crying as I write this part of the script. This song means a lot to me, because the message is clear. If you try despite wanting to give up, you'll get there. You'll get there. Which is why I'm going to try every day I can.
I can do it on my own.
And number 6. Oh, do we have a good one for you all? A changeling can change from Season 6, Episode 16, Tides We Are Changing. Watch someone seen as a hero in the Crystal Empire's struggle. And then decide to do what's right even though it could cost him. Everything is a sign that he's a true hero. As Thorax is exposed to his pony friends, he sings about how a changeling can change, how they all might not be evil, and how even your worst enemy can be your greatest ally. And it's a good thing, considering what happens later on in the show. The song also has a nice melody, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy it quite a bit. I also just love its message. Even your most hated enemy can change if you give them a chance. And I'm not going to lie in a world where your enemy is anyone who disagrees with you is with you. As it is today, I truly do wish more would learn the lesson of how a changeling can change.
Changeling can change.
For number 5, we have Season 5, Episode 18, Crusaders of the Lost Mark, the pony I want to be. So yeah, this is an obvious favorite due to my own personal experiences. If you haven't seen my video on Diamond Tiara, I'll recap it here. Not only was I bullied, but I was bullied so much I began bullying others until I realized that I was a monster and slowly, over time, shut myself off from getting too close to friends and family, preferring to be on my own, never becoming the person I wanted to be. So, to watch Diamond Tiara sing about her transformation and how she changed for the better was eye-opening for me. It shows that even in your lowest moments, you have a choice. Not only that, but the singing voice is just amazing with how she captures the lyrics. It's not only a beautiful song, but a brutal voice to listen to. And the soft piano in the background really completes this piece. I don't often talk about the instrumentals of these songs, but this one really stands out as one of MLP's best.
Would you believe that I've always wished I could be some pony?
Okay, so I must admit the latter seasons of MLP are not everyone's cup of tea. I truly feel like this next one just captures the entire mess of the show. Season 8. Episode 14, Fame and Misfortune, starts out with Twilight publishing her friendship journal, only for the town to turn on her and her friends, leading her to stand up to the claims and begin showing how they're not perfect. I really enjoy how they all discuss their flaws and stand up together as friends against the town. I also am amazed at how, despite all 6 voices singing at once, they harmonize perfectly without one sound overtaking the others. Whoever mixed this did a fabulous job at making sure they all had their distinct voices shine through in the piece, adding a lot to the elements of harmony. Even so, harmony doesn't mean perfection, and I'm glad we can all learn a thing or two about not being perfect from this song alone.
We're not flawless.
I nearly put this last song in my top because it's so catchy, but the final 3 are what I most associate with MLP. Number 3. Open Up Your Eyes, My Little Pony, the movie. I love villain songs. I love the psychological aspect of them trying to understand why they do what they do. So, as Twilight is captured by the ruthless Storm King's general, Tempest Shadow, she begins to sing, trying to tell her to grow up and see the world for what it really is. Twilight has such a childish, sunshine and rainbows approach to life compared to Tempest, who during the song is depicted through very creative visual animation. Her backstory of how everyone was afraid of her and didn't want to be friends with her, judging her based on her looks, becomes the reason she chooses a darker path, seeing the world as a cold, dark place. I enjoy the atmosphere of the song and really do appreciate its message that even in Ponyville, sometimes all you have to do is open up your eyes to see the darkness around you.
Open up your eyes.
And here we are at number 2, all right. You all know I'm a sucker for Christmas musicals. I love a good, down-to-earth holiday song. But honestly, this next song from an LP is so much more than just that. It sends a true message that friendship is a gift to cherish. An MLB's special called the best gift ever. After a long day of trying to find the perfect gifts for each other and dealing with shenanigans, the team sits down to share, only for Spike to give Rarity his gift taste on. I love the lyrics and how it starts with that guitar. It's about the true gift of giving the friendship inside us all. The holidays are truly the time to relax and bring us together. I think this song deserves just as much recognition as any holiday classic.
And you're the best there is at giving it.
Number 1 now, and ending with what is without a doubt my favorite LP song is...
From Abyssinia, and since my stomach's feeling crummy, why not give my...
No, just kidding. No, I love Discord, but let's face it, that song is nowhere near the top 10. Despite him being my favorite character. No, my real number 1 is Player Part from Season 4, Episode 25, Twilight's Kingdom Part 1. Twilight, despite being a princess, feels like she holds no real role in decision-making, and she wants to do something that truly matters. So she sings this to her mentors, and they all tell her that, despite wanting to spread her wings, she has a lot to learn. She must be patient and play her part. One day she'll get a chance to show what kind of princess she can be, and boy does she get that chance. I love the lyrics. Like sunrises, we all will have our day, but right now we have to put in the work. It's not that she's ungrateful for everything she's learned, she's just impatient, as am I. But not trying to preach, but I'm religious. And as such I really feel impatience. I want to be stronger, better, 10 times where I am today. And it's not that I'm ungrateful for everything I've already accomplished in my life. I'm getting stronger physically, my mind and body are becoming healthier. I can lift bigger weights, I've taken on more responsibility. And I have been responsible, and I almost accomplish everything I set out to do every day. Including this YouTube channel, I've come so far from being that lazy loser, like Zephyr, over a year ago. But even so, I often feel like I'm behind in life, and I wonder what's the point of trying. But then I watch this episode. I watch all of MLP. I really do feel as though MLP was and still is God's message to me. And this song, as always, is beautifully inspiring. Its lyrics, the soft score, and the beautiful voices of the Alicorn princesses singing to Twilight. Downright shocking. My jaw dropped when I first heard the delivery of that line.
But it's still unclear to me.
And for all of that, out of all of MLP, this is my favorite song visually. Musically, in terms of singing talent and message. This is the best song to me. And there you have it, my top 10. Sorry to get a little real with you all. I know that's not what you're here for. But MLP truly has left its mark on my heart, and I don't mind being myself in these videos. Now it's your turn. What's your favorite MLP song and why? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks you all for watching, and if you haven't seen my thoughts on Diamond DR as a character, here is that video for you to enjoy. Like, share, subscribe for more, and remember, friendship is magic.